this week we have Patrick Mahomes finding Byron Pringle on this route to the sideline. And I think just the first thing I want you to go in here, Matt, is just like, what is the route concept the Chiefs are kind of calling up here? And why is it good against this kind of defense that they've been seeing a lot here lately?
Right. Well, this is a cover 2 defense, right? And a cover 2 defense, what the cornerback's really responsible for in that particular defense is, you can see up top and down below, they're responsible for the flat. And so you've got help over the top, so you're protected over the top, and that safety is the guy that's responsible for anything going vertical. And at the same time, that corner is going to have presence there down below. You can see Mahomes does a good job. He recognizes that he's going to have what we call a high-low, but he also wants to manipulate that cornerback with the tight end position, right? So Kelsey goes and sits in that option area, that little 5-yard area. And as you can see, Mahomes, he's very savvy with it. He tries to influence that corner. So he gets him to settle his feet just ever so slightly from this angle right here. He settles his feet, he pumps, and that gives Pringle the ability to get behind him on the sideline, and then he can throw it because the cornerback doesn't have enough width or depth to get to that ball. It's a perfectly placed ball.
So another thing with this play is the split for the Chiefs is kind of tight. There's not an outside wide receiver in a traditional slot. Does that split make it harder on the defense to defend this kind of concept, or does that just kind of happen to work out well in this play?
No, it's actually really well designed from that standpoint, because when you're in a cut split, that puts that cornerback on the outside of you. When you're lined up outside, now normally what we do in this particular route is what we used to call it. It was a bench route. A bench route is where if you're on the outside, you have to push in and then vertically stem your route and then get to that outside area where he is. But when you're in a cut split, now you can vertically stem, and that puts that safety in a bind too, because what happens here, he could run the post route, he could run the in route, so he's got to play it honest. He can't get too much width, as you could get more width in a bench route when it comes to just a normal split, where he has to kind of middle it, right? He can't give you any two-way go, so to speak, where you can't go inside, outside, so he has to play it right down the middle, and therefore he's not able to get the width that he needs to get to that play and defend it.